Even though the price of Bitcoin fell by 17% on Thursday, the ETF investors, which accumulated at its peak around $100 billion of Bitcoin, instead of selling, they decided to buy another 231 million for BlackRock alone. And it wasn't just the institutional investors that were buying the dip. We also got the Coinbase investors in America that represent the retail crowd begin buying this dip too. People realize that this is extreme fear. This is extreme fear, and they're going ahead and buying Bitcoin. I even opened up a Bitcoin long position and also a very small Ethereum long position that I'm going to scale more into. And it's publicly visible over on my Crypto Kid social handle, which is on Levex. You can see that I have these two live trades going on. I will get into details about them in this video. If you want to watch for more Bitcoin analysis that we do daily, make sure that you are subscribed, you destroy the like button, and sign up to Levex using the second link in the description down below. After signing up, search for Crypto Kid in the toolbar, and you can see the exclusive posts that I make and my trades, even when you are on a Bitcoin perpetual contract or even a Bitcoin margin contract. They have everything you need, multi-trade, super cool. So check the link in the description down below if you're interested. All right, we spoke about obviously the buying pressure that we're seeing from the ETFs. I think this is great because usually you see the traditional finance investors, when the price of Bitcoin drops, they tend to sell too. It's very rare that when price is dropping, they go ahead and buy. And to me, I think they're realizing the opportunity here. They're realizing the opportunity. They understand that Bitcoin is value. They understand that these dips are a gift, and they're going ahead and buying into them. We knew that the $60,000 mark was tremendous support for Bitcoin. Tremendous support. We highlighted it 2 videos ago. We said that Bitcoin is likely going to come lower. This was during the huge capitulation on that Thursday. And the line of support we were expecting Bitcoin to bounce from was at $60,500, that region. And look at it, price went there, and we are seeing that bounce to the upside. Now, I want to make it clear that I don't believe that was the bottom for Bitcoin. Look, it could have been. I don't think that was the bottom yet. We're seeing a dead cat bounce, a good recovery. I obviously want Bitcoin to continue higher. However, we know that during transitions from bull into bear markets, the dip lasts longer. Okay, the dip lasts much longer. We have switched into RSI oversold region, but that doesn't mean that we're going to see an immediate reversal from this point. Whenever you switch into that highly oversold territory, prices can continue being bearish for even months. And that happens in every cycle. So I'm not expecting all-time highs again or very high prices in the short period of time. I actually think the bearishness will continue for a couple of weeks at least. And this is the time period where I want to add and scale into my Bitcoin long positions. You see, Chris was on the channel a couple of days ago, and he stated that he's doing something rather unique. He's doing 10x leveraged long positions, and he's going to continuously open them until potentially he gets liquidated. And if he gets liquidated, he will open another one. Because if prices fall 10% and he gets liquidated, okay, he'll do that maybe 3-4 times, and eventually he's going to catch the bottom. And then when prices reverse back into bull market territories, he's going to make a lot of money from it. Now, I didn't want to copy him exactly. So what I did was I opened a trade on Bitcoin. I'll talk about Ethereum in a second. I opened a 2x leverage trade on Bitcoin that I'm going to add in. This was open today. I also alerted over on the Crypto Kids Telegram community that I went ahead and opened the position. I have opened a trade today, and I'm planning on scaling into it at least 2 trades every single week. And we're going to be doing them either on the YouTube channel, or I'll give you the updates. You can see it live on Levex, and you can see it here in the Telegram community as well. And with regards to where Bitcoin is going to find the bottom, I think it's interesting that maybe on the RSI monthly chart, we want to see a retest to those low 40s, to the 39 region. I think it's close, but I just expect bearishness. Perhaps we did reach the bottom, but I just expect that bearish price action to continue for some more time. And that's why I want to take a more DCA angled approach to my buying in, instead of putting everything into one singular trade. And I hope that makes sense. With Ethereum, I also opened a position on Ethereum. If you remember, we expected Ethereum to retrace to the support line of this huge ascending continuation pattern because we had that head and shoulders over on weeks, I went ahead and took profits. I'm still trading on weeks. If you want to check out weeks, also linked in the description down below. I wanted to take some profits as we were breaking down from the neckline of that head and shoulders, and we said the target is going to be the support line of this ascending triangle. We tested it. We're seeing a bounce just like Bitcoin. It's very possible that that was not the bottom for Ethereum, but it's okay. We're never going to catch the bottom to the dollar exactly, so I might as well enter into a dollar cost average trade and scale into it as the time passes by. Quite interestingly, there is a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders. If that works out, we could actually see prices go all the way into the 2.5K region. So just in case, I think having a dollar cost average entry is an idea to go with. And if you want to open any sort of position on Ethereum or Bitcoin, you can use the links in the description down below to get the best bonuses available. And of course, with Levex, you can see my exclusive posts on the side whilst you are running with your trades, which I think is amazing. So yeah, make sure to check it out. All right, so that's my approach on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before we end off the video, Jim Cramer said something pretty interesting, and I want you to listen to it from his mouth. And then we can commentate. So here goes Jim Cramer.
Do you think that the president is going to fill the Bitcoin reserve?
I don't know. That will
Well, that's
be
what I heard at 60.
Deal.
I heard at 60 he's going to fill the Bitcoin reserve. You better cover.
So according to Jim Cramer, America's buying Bitcoin at 60K. I don't think there is any truth to that. Because they're currently taking seized Bitcoin and adding it to the treasury. I know there are some very good regulatory developments from the SEC and the CFTC, and they're trying to push the Clarity Act, which is great for the long term of cryptocurrencies. But in terms of actual buying pressure, I don't think that's the case, right? I don't think that's the case. But yeah, just a heads up. So thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday and Sunday, and I'll see you all tomorrow. As always, guys, bye-bye.